Hello, good evening and welcome. Apologies for the intro going a bit crazy there, but I had some problems with the settings. Meld just shut down right in the middle of the stream and in the middle of the intro, so I had to restart it. But here we are now, live and active. So, good evening, welcome to all of you. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is Midweek Makings. It's Wednesday, so it's time for me to be at the bench. So I'm going to be doing something, again, slightly different. I'm going back to doing some diamond art today, so really it's just a case of me sitting here putting little shiny stones onto a picture and letting you lot hang out with me. So yeah, down at the bench is what I'm going to be continuing. The picture of Vader, or Armor Warrior as they call him on this unbranded version. We've got Kiko was first in, so welcome to you. Mark and the Bobbins are here as well, and Stefan's coming along as well, so hello to all of you. Kiko says I should have noticed that it was daily streams. It's not exactly daily. I think I do 4 nights a week. So, you know, last night and tonight, but then I don't do anything for a couple of nights until the weekend. So, yeah. But, yeah. He goes asking Mark about wood. Mark wants me to collect all of the wood, always in games. But, yeah. Taught us a bit about wood carving in history class today. That's quite cool. Yeah. Right, so yes, this is what I've got. If you're unaware of diamond art, then this is what it is. It's basically a picture of whatever it is you want to do a picture of. This one is obviously Vader with his lightsaber. The base is sticky, and you get these gem things that you put in the right places. You're told the right places because it's got some sort of code on there, like A's and B's and things on there, that you then have to use the correct numbers for to fill it in. And that's about it, really. I just see that there is a gap there that I can't make out what it is. There's a couple of gaps on there. There's a few gaps I've got missing out. Oh well, I'll go back and fill them in at some point. I'm going to do some A's today because there's lots and lots of A's. So I need bag number 2 for that. So let me move that over there a minute while I sort out the pieces that I want. I've labelled up a lot of these bags, the ones that I've started on. So there's 2. I'm sure there's more of those as well, because yeah, look, there's a big bag of those as well, because there's quite a few of that one to do. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that. There is some sticky wax bit as well. I'm going to need that for that. So let's get that out of the way there. Get that done there. I shall empty this into my picking up pot. And see exactly what's what. Audio and video are great, says Mark. Lovely, thank you for letting me know. Move that over there because I'll be using that, no doubt, in a bit. My boy Anakin, says Kiko. Yes, absolutely. The wax thing, you just push onto the end of this to give you a sticky bit that you can then pick up the things with. So that is that. Shake them around a little bit to get them laying down. And then we pretty much get straight into it. I'm going to have a quick drink before I turn around and get onto the building. Am I trippy or is Marky Boy an admin? No. Mark is not an admin. He's got a badge. You've got the number 1 badge at the moment, though. But no, I don't have any. I've got some mods, but they don't seem to show up anymore. I don't need them. Everybody in my streams is very well behaved. I haven't felt the need for any moderations or anything. I was looking at the Force Awakens recently, the Super Destroyer Executor class and Mega class Superstar Dreadnought. Yeah, we watched Force Awakens recently, and it's all good fun. I've liked all of the Star Wars films. Can't go wrong there, really, can you? So yeah, basically, I'm just going to pick up one of these, put it in the bit that says A, and then continue on, pick up another one, put it in another place that says A, and just get on built like that. So now is the time if you want to ask any questions, comments, jokes, anything you like. This At the Bench stream is very laid back. I mean, all of my streams are very laid back, but I've not got anything to do other than to talk to you guys. Doing this stuff doesn't take any brain power at all. I will move the chat from that side screen there to in front of me there, because then I can see it a little bit better. Move that to there. Yeah, open a bit. Right, Gemma's made it in as well. What's the bobbing? Time for Jaffa cakes. I haven't got any Jaffa cakes today. I haven't actually got any snack goods at the moment. I'm being good tonight. Haven't got any snacks today. Should be on there. There we go. Yeah, today is an easy day for me. I wasn't at work, so I've been home. Did my shopping as I normally do on a Wednesday. But other than that, not a lot going on. I did have a play around with some new hardware for the computer for my house. I've got a little round display screen that I've been trying to get working, and I think I've finally cracked it tonight. Not actually cracked it, it's not broken, but I've figured out how to get it communicating properly. So my theory is that I can use that as a little monitor panel. It's tiny. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you now, because otherwise I'll forget. I have this little screen here that if I plug it in, you'll see what it does at the moment. At the moment, I've got it. Yeah, there we go. Just pairing up with my logo. But it should be able to listen, and eventually will be part of my home setup. So it will actually listen. It says "Hey Tasia," but it's actually set up for Jarvis at the moment. So if I say "Hey Jarvis," it should work. "Hey Jarvis, what time is it?" 8:07 p.m. There we go. 8:07 displayed at the bottom down there. Eventually, there is a speaker in it, but it's very, very quiet. So I'm going to see if I can boost that a little bit. Possibly plug in an external speaker to it. And then eventually see if I can get it to actually wake with "Hey Tasia" and have my own AI active on that, so she can live wherever I've got one of those little screens. It just needs power. It's connected through Wi-Fi, so in theory, I can have a little screen anywhere, and then be able to talk to her and get her to do things. Because that's the AI version of Tasia that's actually connected to my house, as opposed to the one that I've got on the stream here, which is just a normal large language model, just for general chatting and stuff. That one actually runs locally, and in theory can control my lights and stuff. So my eventual plan is to get her activated and running and integrated nicely. Jaffa Cakes was sold out this week. Kiko says, "Damn, for me it's 21:08. You're an hour in advance to me." We can't all have the same time. That would be boring if everybody's the same. What do you call a sheep with no legs? A cloud, says Mark. Yeah. What do you call a deer with no legs? No, wait. It's not a deer with no eyes. First, isn't it? Deer with no eyes is no idea. Deer with no eyes and no legs is still no idea. We can do the terrible dad jokes. It's fine. Jaffa Cakes were sold out, says Devon. They had another brand that I might try sometime, but I bought some of those Munch Mellows for the weekend. I still haven't tried those. Not too sure about them. Other brands of Jaffa Cakes are an interesting experiment. They do some in Lidl that are, in my opinion, just as good as actual Jaffa Cakes. And they're cheaper, obviously. But yeah, flavour wise, I like them just as much. And you get more in a packet. Jaffa Cakes are suffering from shrinkflation. So it used to be, lots in a packet, like 13, I think, to begin with, but it's now 10 to a single tube. But yeah, less and less. Chris, please quit with the dad jokes. It only works when you say them correctly. It doesn't even work when I say them correctly. That's the whole point. I wouldn't do that. Let's bring Tasia in and see if she's got any. I'm sure she'll have some dad jokes, won't she? Let's have a try. Good evening, Tasia. How are you this evening?
Good evening, Chris. I'm tip-top, thank you. Just virtually dusting the data caches and ensuring all your tiny llamas are politely queued up. It is Wednesday night, after all. What exciting midweek makings are we concocting tonight, eh?
Today I am doing some more of the diamond art.
Ah, the diamond art. A meticulous pursuit. Is it the massive piece you mentioned before? Perfect for a calm midweek session. Don't go cross-eyed though, Chris. Might make the 1 to 44 scale models look a bit fuzzy.
It probably would, but no, I'm doing very well, making it carefully. It's all good stuff. What I was wondering is, have you got any traditional dad jokes to tell us?
Oh, absolutely, Chris. A crucial part of the midweek wind-down. Right, here's one for you. I tried to build a model of a black hole, but it just didn't pan out. Rimshot. A bit dry, like your humour, eh?
That's not a very good joke, actually. Can you try again?
Fair enough. Tough crowd tonight. Right, let's reboot the humour processor. How about this one? I tried to organise my smart home devices, but it was a complete home assistant nightmare. Better?
That's really not a joke. That's just a statement.
Oh dear, I'm clearly misfiring tonight. Right, third time's the charm, as they say. Why did the Lego builder quit their job? Because they just couldn't stick to it. A little more fitting, perhaps?
Maybe a little bit. You're not very good at humour, are you?
I suppose you could say I'm more proficient in bites than banter. My algorithms might prefer the logic of your home assistant or the precise placement of a Lego brick, but I'll keep buffering my joke library. Anything else I can genuinely help with?
No, I think that's it for now. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Chris. Enjoy your diamond art and don't get too lost in the pixels. Have a good night and may the force be with you.
That was pretty terrible. Really not good at all. I don't know what's gone wrong with her. I'll have to work on her humour subroutines, I think. Well, Tasia's obviously bad at the jokes, and we already know Mark's bad at the jokes. Anyone else got any jokes for us tonight? Chuck them in chat. We'll see what they're like. We'll give you a ranking. See how good you all are. Nothing else happening in chat at the moment, so that's all good stuff. Today the weather has been miserable. It's been wet and rainy. No fun at all. Pretty much that's it, really. I haven't got any news to update on anybody. Everything's just boring. I'm going to run out of A's before I have to go down a page, and I thought I was going to use up all of these that I've tipped out, but there's going to be a few left in there. All right, and just go down a little bit deeper, a little bit further down, I should think. Maybe that's the answer. So, yeah, how are you all doing? Did you enjoy last night's Horizon stream? I didn't play on any till last night after I finished. I just got to the save point. There was one just outside that settlement place that I finished the game at. Just got to there and saved it and turned it off. I will play a bit more behind the scenes before next time. It's going to be a couple of weeks till I'm back for that. It's yeah, still very much enjoying Horizon. Hopefully you're all equally enjoying it along with me. There's a couple more A's. So yeah, I'm still waiting on your jokes, because it's not all about me. Normally it's all about me, but tonight I'd like it to be all about you. Tell us what's going on. Any news, any interesting things happening in your lives, obviously, that you want to share with everybody. If they're secrets, then don't tell me, because I'm not good at keeping secrets. Actually, I am. I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, but you wouldn't be just telling me, you'd be telling the entire internet. So yeah, if it's a secret, don't say it. First joke in English that I learned in the early 80s, says Stefan, where we'll get to this one. Right. What do you call an underground train full of professors? A tube of Smarties. I'm guessing everyone knows that one. Yeah, that's a good classic. I'll go with that one. That's okay. That's a worthwhile joke to have in your arsenal. I mean, it works better if you know the history. The London Underground system, the network of the metro underground trains, is called the Tube. So hence the Tube, and obviously Smarty would be clever people. So Tube of Smarties doesn't work if you translate it too much, I should think. So yeah. Nice work. Thank you very much for sharing that. Mark's, yes, it's going to be a bad one. Strap in, everybody. Mark says, accident at the Nestle chocolate factory. A box of Milky Way fell on somebody. They tried shouting, "The Milky Bars are on me," but everyone just cheered. Yes, that's an 80s advert. Very, very niche. One more. There we go. I have used them all up. Cool. Right. Well, I see lots of B's as well. So let's get some B's, which are 11. There's 11. Doesn't work if you replace the Smarties with Jaffa Cakes either, says 7. No. I mean, they're very different things, Smarties and Jaffa Cakes. So I wouldn't recommend replacing them anyway. Right, bees are the next ones that I'm looking for, not the buzzy flying things. Were there any of those that I was missing up here that I can see? Not really, they're all dark letters rather than the B's, which were light letters on a dark background. What's happening? Any news from anybody? There's a B. There's a B. There's a B. I like filling in the gaps. Cool. Yeah, I'm not expecting tonight to be a very long stream. I'll probably just do about an hour. As soon as last night's was almost 2. And the weekend, I think it's just me and Jeff, so we're going to do some more power washing. That's a bit of a chill, relaxing stream as well. And obviously Sunday, Katie's returning back with me for the co-op game that we've been working our way through, and that's been great fun. I've enjoyed that. Even if it did make me a farty pig last week. No news, says Mark. Oh, well, they say no news is good news. What they really mean is no news is no news. But, you know. Yeah. It's a pretty uneventful time, which is not bad, is it? Could be worse. They say, "May you live in interesting times," is the Chinese curse, isn't it? So I assume living in boring times is then considered to be a good thing. Yeah. I should put some music on really while I'm doing this, because I'm not going to be wittering all of the time, and otherwise it's going to be very, very quiet. But I haven't sorted any music out. Should make a note to do that when I'm doing Diamond Art. Games are different, obviously you got the game music and stuff to happen, but when I'm doing stuff like this, a little bit of background music would be appreciated, I think. What do you think? R's, not B's. B's and R's can look very similar. Never watched the Daredevil series when it first came out, so I heard it was cut short. Started watching it now before checking out the new Daredevil Born Again, says Stefan. I don't know if that cut short. Don't think so. But yeah, I did very much enjoy the original series of Daredevil. So yeah, Born Again is very good as well. He also has a cameo in one of the more recent Spider-Man films. And the Hawkeye series uses Kingpin in some of the episodes. I do like how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is worked, ties it all together, and a lot of cross-pollination. Of course, Echo is a series as well that I haven't bothered watching that one. That was a character from the Hawkeye series as well. But yeah, I haven't watched any of those. It's a shame that the DC Cinematic Universe took a step away from the TV, in that it's become the cinematic universe rather than the Marvel interconnected cinematic universe that does the shows as well. I think they missed a trick there. Cut short may be the wrong words. It was cancelled after 3 seasons. I think it ran its course. It finished. I don't recall it ending badly. I think it. I mean, everything has its time, and everything comes to an end at some point. I don't think it. I mean, it obviously could have told more stories, but I don't think it ended with any particular unresolved anythings. Me and Gemma have started watching the Arrowverse universe. Started with Arrow, obviously, and that's got many hours of viewing ahead of us for that. We've almost finished the first season of Arrow. Then we've got the second season to watch, and then it starts to branch out into other shows. But I was somewhat disappointed when they did the Flash movie, bringing in the new Flash rather than the one from the TV show, because I think he does it very well. But, you know, you can't have it all, as we've already discussed. Good to know. I was afraid it might end leaving you hanging. It was a long time. I watched it when it came out, which was a while back, but I don't recall that it left it badly. I think all the important things got finished off. I think they knew it was finishing. It wasn't that it, got cancelled halfway through a season or anything like that. So it's not too bad. So yeah, you've definitely got lots to catch up with if you're watching all of those Marvel shows. going to have to put some magnifying glasses on so I can see some of these numbers that I've been missing in there. Let's have a look. Lights not. I mean, I've got good lights here, but G. Actually, let's start at the top and see if I can see any missing. There's one there. Is it an O? There is an O. 10 is an O. Let's get some 10s out. Not going to need very many of them. Right. There's that one. Any more of these O's? F, there's an O. Two O's there. There's an L. Not that one, that one, that one. Another one there. Get one ready. There's one. And there's one. Can't find it again now. There it is. And one there as well. More than I thought. One there. Cool. None there, none there. None in that patch. There's a couple there. And options as well. Good. I'm glad I picked this number. Letter. Code. Yeah, nothing else happening in the chat while I have my head down. That's good to know. G's, L, up there. There's an O. More there. G, F. Right, there's some O's down here. I might as well use up them where I got them out. Can't see them from that angle. There we go. Use up all of these. Come on, turn over. You know you want to. Nice. Oh. Right, L. L was one of those ones from up here somewhere. About. Get rid of that. That back over there. That can go down there. What's that? There's an O. Hang about. I'm going to nick that one from down there. Can't find the one that was missing now. There. Okay. Definitely none missing up here. This section is now completely completed. It's something missing on the side there. We've got there E4. There we go. Okay. That one. I'm not actually seeing any more E's. A few more down the bottom there, but I'm not putting back all of these. There's one. E there. There's another one. Not going any further down than that. That looks about right for E's. Can't see any more of those. Okay, that'll do with E's then. There was definitely L, which is 12. 15. 1, 3, 7. 18. 15, 7. 14. 8. 1. 12. There we go. I purchased the U2 satellite navigation system. It's not much good. The streets have no name. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You've been Googling dad jokes. Is that why you've been quiet in the chat? Try and redeem yourself a little bit. You can do better than that. I know you can. I mean, even the old favourites are better than that. I mean, what's brown and sticky? A stick. Right, where was L? I saw it floating around here. There it is, one. Is that? It's come out of here, isn't it? There we go. All right, let's try this again, shall we? There's the L. That's the one I was looking for, I think. That's the one I found missing a while back. Some K's down there. There's another L. There's lots of L's around here. Let's get those done. I do like filling in gaps. Starting lines is all good, but filling in gaps is better. L, L, L. There's an A there. Oh well. There's an L. Down there. There's another L down there. No more there. No more there. Lots of F's, G. One upside down, one there. Nope, no more L's there. Strange. Right, that was L12. What was the other one? I said there was lots of F. I just picked it up and I don't know where it's gone. That's horrible. I didn't pick it up. Right. As if I need to Google, says Mark. Well, that's, yeah, don't know. You could try. Right. Well, we got K. K, I haven't done K for a long time. I don't remember doing Ks ever. That was 13. I'm sure I saw 13. I can't remember now what colour it was. 9, 18, 15. 19. There's 13. I don't know why they do these in numbers and then give us codes in letters. Why not just put the letters on the bags? Would that not make more sense than having to have a key at the side there? So if it was just printed on there saying, you know, L, and the bag you just get L. What's this? K, 13. K. There we go. K. K is white. So I should be able to see that fairly easily. ASF G F. I think it must have just been a couple of K's that I hadn't done. Not lots more. Yeah, that'll do for them. Most of the jokes my dad taught me don't work if you write them down. They need to be said out loud, or it's something you have to look at. Good old Sunday lunch dinner humour. All right. I'm quite happy with how that's coming along. It's looking good. The top bit of it's all sort of all done now. I haven't got any missing bits up the whole top half, as far as I can see. G seems to be the one that I've got missing down there. So let's do some of those, which is 18. So obviously all is the one that I've just found that I need next. You notice that? A bloke was gobsmacked to see Elvis in B&Q. He told the news, I returned a sander. I'm not going to even comment. I think I'm just going to get on with it. You can take him to task over that if you like. F's. There's a few G's around. C, not G. A lot of G's to do in the next step down, but not so many in this bit. You write the correct number letter on the bag, says Stephen. Yeah, could do. Don't know. I've just put the numbers on because that's what are already on the bags. If you know what I mean, on the official bags, they come with numbers on them. 16 on that one. So that's what I put onto the other little bags. But yeah, I suppose there's nothing to stop me putting G on the bag. The only thing is, whereas these are sometimes black numbers or white numbers, I don't think there's any duplication of them. I think all of the G's, for instance, are black G's on a lighter background. But if it is the other way around, obviously that would be more of a problem. If they did have white G's. We've got black M, there's no white M. So yeah, I could do that. I mean, it's not a problem having a key to look it up and do that, but it's an extra step that doesn't seem to be necessary. They obviously invented it to have that. Just don't know why. Seems like a needless addition. Gee there. Don't think I'm missing any of those now. There's one up there, look. I just saw it. Just as I was looking up there to see if there's any that I missed. Gee, that's like a half size one. It is. Let's get rid of the half size piddly little thing. Put in a real one. Okay. More O's down there. Do the O's again. 10. Home care's really late today. Still waiting, says Stephen. That is late. Hopefully they'll be there soon. Not any severe weather or anything where you are there. Hopefully they're just running a bit late. Oh, oh. Oh. A couple of those. I thought there were more than that, but there might not have been. Might be it. Fs. I'm going to do Fs next because there's lots of them. And they are 16. Drink all in that. Hugh's in. Evening, Hugh. Welcome. Walked in at the thumb and go. Cross stitch ain't my bag. It's not cross stitch. It's diamond art. But yeah, I understand. Not for everybody. That's fine. Yeah, thank you for popping in. Thank you for sticking your thumb up. It's much appreciated. Did I do 16 yet? I did. 6. 14, 8. 17. 15, 3, 7. Ah. Don't get the bag burst all over me sticky stuff. No, that would be bad. Maybe I did 16 already. 4, 11, 3, 12. No, maybe I haven't done any Fs yet. Why have I not? I've got a bag of them here. It's possible. Not that one. Three, 7, 6. No. No. 14. No. 8. No. 1. 15. No. So I haven't. I've got a bag somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. So what I will do will be open this. I think I need a new blade in my knife. Some of those out of there. I'll call this the last bag anyway, the last colour, because that's already 10-2. So it's a bit cold, but nothing extreme, says Stefan. That's good. So at least they're not likely to be caught up because of the weather or anything. This is quite a nice colour. It's like a very dark green. Around a little bit, not central. What I will do when I finish tonight, anyway, is I'll put this under something heavy to make sure it's properly squished down and make sure all of these loose bits are properly stuck. It's going to be a few weeks till I come back to it again. Next week I'm going to do, or at least make a start on, a thing that Katie got me for Christmas, the wooden dinosaur. That'd be something a bit different again. I like to mix up my Wednesdays. If any of you have seen anything out in the wild that you think might be fun for me to build, or experience or have a go at, let me know. Drop me an email, message, Facebook, anything like that. I'm always open to new things. That's what Midweek Makings is all about, is trying different things, different experiences, different methods of making, crafting, that sort of stuff. So if you have seen anything that you think that would be good, then by all means let me know. I've done all sorts of things like origami and obviously the wood. All that sort of thing. So yeah, always be on the lookout for me. Be my eyes and ears out in the wild. I'm always open to trying new things like that. Cool. I think that's there's an F floating around in the middle there. Somewhere there. A and an S. There's an F. That's quite good. I'm quite happy with tonight's progress. Filled in a few of those gaps. Done a little bit more. See if there's any more F's floating around down here. And there's a whole batch of them to come. Now they're here. I'm saying good night in case you finish before I get back. Yeah, thanks for popping in, Stephen. I shall see you at the weekend, no doubt. Because, yes, I'm not going to be here for that much longer now. So, thank you very much. Have a pleasant one. We'll see you soon. If there, couple next to that. Somewhere there. There. I'm going to be missing a few of these, but it's not like I've not finished. There. And there's a couple there. Let's get them done. Do, 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 do. Yeah. So I think that's going to just about do me tonight. So it's been an hour, which is about as much of this as I can take. It's much more focus intensive than Lego. Anytime when I have to put the magnifiers on and actually pay attention to stuff, I can't stream that as long. A couple more there. There we go. One piece left over. Yeah, there's not really. Bobbins has been quiet in chat. Just built and finished the last Max plant. Good. Did you enjoy it? Have you finished that now then? Have you not got anything else? Have you got more to do? You've got some sushi to do yet? I've got the sushi to do. But yeah, there we go. That's getting there. There's that chunk still to do at the bottom. But for now, I'm going to call that a night. So thank you all for joining me this evening. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Great stuff, says Mark. Yeah, that's it. That's everybody there. So yeah, do leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Apparently, YouTube likes it when there's comments and stuff, as well as a live chat. They actually like comments, and if you want to share the stream, that would be very much appreciated as well. Apparently, like Facebook, like that. YouTube, like that as well. If you share the stream to your friends and colleagues, even if they don't watch it, I think the fact of sharing it is a nice thing. So if you would appreciate you doing that. I'll see you on Saturday for some power washing, a bit more relaxed than this, and Sunday for the less relaxed platforming with Katie. So thank you very much for joining me. Have yourselves a pleasant one. I'm going to take it easy for a little bit and then go to bed. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.